Did a video of the backyard in May of 2019. I'll do a little quick update. This starting at the same spot. I know it looks quite a bit different. I took that fence out there, the same yard. Okay, starting right here. This is raw. I had just little patches of Bermuda here, little patches way back there, little patch way back there, and a pretty good patch right here back in May of 2019. And then of course all this is filled in. Nothing has been planted. It was all just that Bermuda, which was around. I took out all the weeds and put some fertilizer down, and then Bermuda all spread. You can see the dark areas here. I'm trying a new experiment this year. I'm just checking the difference between, there's the front yard. This area I burned. And you can see it looks quite a bit greener, but getting down on hands and knees, the area that I haven't burned, you can still see in that same type of grass anyway. So we'll go right next to where it was burned to where it wasn't. If you come down here and look, in a space this big, there are still quite a bit of green patches. And so, at least, this is only a few weeks after, this looks a lot greener, but I'm not so 100% sure it actually is. I think it might just be looks due to the fact that, while this has been mostly scalped down to about an inch, this has been burned down, and therefore it's basically better scalp. So you can see the green better. Showing a better view of that. Let's go over here. You can really see the green over here. I don't know why this section is doing so much better, but you can see how much green and how tall that is right here in this little area. Take a step over here again. This area is better than the other area over there, but still. So that'll be an experiment to see how this does. As you can see, just a little bit of fertilizer, and last year I didn't use much at all. I used about 2 pounds per thousand the entire year, and so and most of that was the beginning of the year. Start out low, about an inch, kept it that way for a while until the point to where I couldn't do the mowings without breaking the 1/3 rule. Jumped it up to 1.5 inches, then jumped it up 2 inches, then 2.5, then 3 inches. Left it over the summer at 3 inches. We got a really hard freeze here a few weeks ago. Busted a lot of people's pipes, and electricity out in Texas, a big deal about all that. Anyways, this was all actually snow, which never happens here. And so after the snow, it was all nice and brown and long, and so I burned it. So we'll see how that works. If anything, it's free biochar, especially whenever everybody keeps telling you that this old dormant Bermuda grass here that I have mowed and put back on the ground is basically worthless for nutrient values, but I'm not so sure about that. I think it'll still get degraded down, and microorganisms will still do its job. But we all know biochar is good, so hey, free biochar. So we'll see how this area goes, and I'll keep this up to date. All right.